Hello guys, my name is Ольga Решетникова and I help you prepare for cabin crew interviews. If you are interested in working as cabin crew at Emirates Airlines, Qatar Airways and Etihad, you definitely need to know this. Today I'd like to tell you about my cabin crew interview preparation course and also some basic information about interviews held at Emirates. Emirates organize cabin crew interviews in different countries and they do it very often, like 100 times a month. Different stages of the interview can be held in two different ways, online and offline. Offline interview means that you physically arrive at the place of the interview and participate in different activities. Online interview means performing different tasks online and having a private video conversation with their HR manager. Now let's speak about all these stages in detail. The first stage is online application. You need to do this in case it is an assessment day or invite-only day. You can fill in the application form directly on their official website, or you can do it through an authorized HR agency. In Russia, it is Global Vision, and in Ukraine, it is Student Land. Make sure to upload good photos and good CV. Not all people get invitation, so you should pay a lot of efforts to make a good CV and prepare good photos. Recommendations concerning photos can be easily found on Emirates' official website. As for your CV, it is lesson number 1 in my cabin crew interview preparation course. You will learn how to structure your CV, what to include and what to exclude. After it is finished, you send it to me for correction. Okay, so let's say you got the invitation. You arrive at the place of the interview in full business attire, holding your documents and good photos. Usually, it is a conference hall in some big hotel. There will be hundreds of other candidates. Try to communicate with them, be nice and be polite, and of course, be smiley. There will be a short registration where you get your badge with number, and after that, there will be a short listing. Basically, it is your first individual encounter with HR managers. You come up to the desk holding your documents, and you have 30 seconds to present yourself. Of course, this speech has to be prepared beforehand, and it should include some basic information about you, and also some memorable things about you. After that, there is usually a company presentation. Company representatives will tell you about the airline and the conditions of working. After it is finished, you may have a short discussion and you will be given an opportunity to ask questions. Next, there will be 2 dynamic stages which include working in pairs and working in groups. Working in pairs. Well, there can be different scenarios. For instance, you and your partner are given a card with some picture, with some image, and you need to discuss it. Or you can be asked to get some information about your partner and then to present him or her. Or you can be given a topic for discussion. The main thing is to do something together and then present the results of your cooperation. Next is group discussion. Number of people in a group depends on number of candidates. But approximately it is from 5 to 7 people in a group. You are given some tasks with multiple choices. Usually it is a situation from customer service where dissatisfied customers are involved. For instance, you have only 1 free seat on a plane and 3 passengers, and you need to choose between them. You are given some extra information like their age, their gender, and their personal circumstances. Or you need to discuss survival techniques on a desert island after a shipwreck. Very often they give you a picture of some object and you need to find some non-standard use for this object. For instance, if it is a lipstick, it can be used as a paint or as a marker. Being creative and finding the best solution to the task is not the main thing here. You need to concentrate on your communication style, teamwork, and readiness to listen to other people's point of view. In my course, I have a separate lesson on working in pairs and working in groups, where you can learn some tips and recommendations on how to behave, learn some very useful phrases, and of course, practice. After group exercise is over, they give you some documents to fill in, and after that you can go home. And this is where the online part of the assessment begins. I mean online psychological and English tests. They send you a link on your email, and you start doing the tests on the very same day. The English test is not about grammar, but it is about the understanding of connection between phrases. For instance, the first phrase is, "Shall we go to the gym now?" and 3 possible options. B1, "I am too tired." B2, "It is very good." B3, not at all. Obviously, the phrase number 1 is the right one. The test consists of about 20 sections, 3 questions each, and the time is limited. In my preparation course, you will have the opportunity to practice both standard grammar tests and non-standard tests. If your test results are good, you are appointed a personal video interview with their HR manager. Although the interview is held online, you should wear your full business attire as if it was held in real life. You install a special program on your computer, and at an appointed time, you start doing the interview. This is going to be a long interview. Usually it lasts from 45 to 60 minutes. This is definitely the hardest stage of all interview process because you need to keep a certain face expression all the time. You need to smile, you need to listen carefully to what the recruiter is telling you, and you should think about what you are answering. The questions they ask you are mostly connected with your CV, your life experience, your motivation, and situations you had in your life. You need to give examples of some real things that you experienced in life, and if you haven't been preparing for this beforehand, it is going to be really difficult. In my course, you will find at least 135 questions frequently asked at final interviews. All questions are divided into groups for you to remember them better, and of course they go with sample answers and with commentaries. My students prepare hard for this stage as it requires all your attention. After the interview is over, you are waiting for their final decision. I must warn you, sometimes it takes up to 3 weeks, and sometimes it takes up to a couple of months. And after that, you get your golden call. Bear in mind that if you don't succeed the first time, you can make a second attempt in 6 months. If you know something in advance, it enables you to prepare, and that is the main goal of my preparation course. Do you want to know how to increase your chances of getting this job? How not to make rough mistakes? How to produce good impression while working in pairs and working in groups? How to create the best CV? How to do well at the final interview? All my students get this information. You will also learn about filling in the application form, assessment days, open days, group exercises, learn very useful phrases and cabin crew vocabulary. По этому видео легко определить, соответствует ли ваш уровень знания английского тому, что требуется в Emirates, Qatar Airways или Etihad. Если вам было легко слушать это видео, если вы поняли почти все, о чем я говорила, да, значит, вы можете готовиться по моему курсу, который записан точно так же полностью на английском языке, да, и, соответственно, можете идти на собеседование. Если для вас было слишком много непонятных мест, и даже со 2-го и с 3-го раза прослушивания вы не уловили, о чем суть, вам нужно повышать уровень и только потом готовиться к собеседованию уже по курсу, да, и, соответственно, идти на собеседование. Все мои курсы можно найти на сайте EnglishSky.ru. Всем спасибо за внимание, удачных вам собеседований. С вами была Ольга Решетникова.